All right, everyone. I was fortunate enough to harvest a deer, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to go from venison that's on the ground to having it be fully processed and a variety of ways to process it. There will be a series that goes with this. I'm just going to call it how to, and I'll have lots of different varieties, but for this one it's how to skin a deer. So let's get going. All right, everyone, as I said, I harvested a young whitetail, and I'm fortunate enough to, on my old home, to actually have a old smokehouse. And although I have my snowblower stored in here, I'm able to rig something up so that I can use the come along and this rigging system, that I'll be able to get the deer up and get it fully skinned with a minimum amount of effort. So let's get started. All right, everyone, I'm here on my tractor. I'm gonna move it from the truck and get it positioned to my smokehouse. Next step is to remove the tarsal glands on the back legs, and then from there make slits so that I can attach the rigging that is right there into the legs, and then I'll be able to hoist it up and begin the skinning process. All right, it'll be a little hard to see from this angle, but I'm going to go ahead and remove the tarsal glands at this point. And the key in removing these is to make sure that, number one, you're not touching the gland itself, and number two, you're cutting a wide enough berth so that you're not getting any of the glandular material on the knife. There's one. The other thing you want to be sure to not do is to cut the tendon. Otherwise, you have a really difficult time hanging the deer to do the skinning. And there's number two. Moving on to getting it hung up. All right, at this point, I'm gonna use the gambrel, get it into the back hock areas of the deer's tendons, and then we'll work to get it moved here into the smokehouse itself. Didn't quite cut the whole way through on the far leg. Okay. Now that we've got that done, we just need to bring the pulley over and get it attached. As long as the leg comes through the door. All right, now that we got that done, it's ready to get it hoisted up. All right, we're going to go ahead and get it the rest of the way up. All right, now it's time to start skinning. This is a rather laborious process, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'll do a time lapse to get you through to see what it looks like. Okay, now you can see the difference between a leg that is skinned and one that has not yet been skinned out. I'm going to get this side done. I'm not going to bore you with all those details. Then I'm going to sever the tail using a bone saw. Then I'm going to try to use my tractor and attach and just pull the skin off. We'll see how that. Okay, everyone, we are down to the point where we have both legs skinned out. Now I'm going to go ahead and sever the tail, and then we'll get to busy trying to get the rest of the deer skinned. And I'm going to try to do it left-handed so you can see what I'm doing. It's not much to it. Just like that, it's severed. Now I'm going to spin it around, try to get it attached to the tractor, and see if I can't use mechanical advantage to get it the rest of the way skinned. Let's see how it goes. All right, so as you can see, I have the tail attached to the tractor out there, and now I'm going to just go ahead and use my knife and skin it on down. Well, I've got it down as far as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and readjust, get one more pull, and at that point we should be good, and we'll be able to start disassembling the deer itself. Okay, everyone, we have the deer completely skinned at this point. I am now going to start disassembling it. The first will be to go ahead and remove the front shoulders, because it is muscle only that's holding those all on. There's no ball joint there. And then from there, we'll go ahead and move to the back, and we'll remove the back straps. And then we'll move to the inside, remove the tenderloins, and then finally we'll disassemble the back legs, the hams. And but I'll probably go ahead and wait for my son to get here. It's a little tough doing it by yourself while it's hanging. So let's get started. And just like that, we have one of the front legs removed. It may be a little harder to see, but you'll actually be able to see what I am doing, because I'll spin it as you can see it coming off. And there is the other leg ready to go. All right, now we're going to, I'll be working over here and taking the back straps off of the deer. I would turn it so that you could see what I'm doing a little better. Unfortunately, with the space that I have in here, I just can't get to it to get it turned around. But you'll see them as they come off. And there is one delicious backstrap. I can't wait to get that onto some fabulous recipe that I'll be sharing with you here in the near future. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna remove here is the interior tenderloins. Many times they'll call them the fish. It's an extremely light piece of meat and absolutely delectable. So definitely don't want to miss getting those out. Does not get used too much, basically just used for stabilization, and that's all it's to it. All right, everyone, hope you enjoyed and maybe even learned something from today's video. I don't have all the answers, certainly, and there's obviously some meat that does end up getting wasted. I don't take the time to deal with the ribs. It would just get ground, and what I found is that it clogs my grinder and it just makes way more work than what it's worth. So certainly I am not a survivalist, so I'm not taking it down to the bare bones, but I enjoyed my time with you today, and again, hopefully you learned something. Until next time, get outdoors.